Warm welcome to all my students of Standard 10th. Today, we are going to begin with a new chapter in Maths 1, Chapter 1, Linear Equations in Two Variables. Before I could begin with the actual topic, students, there are some sums and part of your Chapter 1 being omitted. So please take a note of it. Please keep your textbook and a pencil ready. So as in I tell you all, do this marking. Deleted portion of chapter 1. Linear equation in two variables. Following sums are deleted. We'll begin from page 2, okay? From page 2, solved example 1 is deleted. From page 3, solved example 2 is deleted. From page number 4, practice set 1.1, question number 1, complete the following activity to solve the simultaneous equation is deleted. From page 5, practice set 1.1, question number 2, solve the following simultaneous equations. All these sub-questions are being deleted. That is right from 1 till 6 has been deleted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has been deleted. Only two sub-questions you all have, that is 7 and 8. I've shown you all in the practice set. Now let's move on to page number 16. Below practice set 1.3, let's learn activity table and entire page number 17, 18 and 19 is deleted, which also includes your practice set 1.4, which is on page number 19. So all these have been deleted. Page 28, problem set 1, entire question number 6 is been deleted. That is all the 5 sub question of question number 6 is been deleted. That's all, boys. For example, x plus 2y is equal to 0. A is equal to 4b minus 7. X upon 3 plus y upon 5 is equal to 11. Y is equal to 5x plus 2. Observe the upper four equations. When we observe them, we can see two variables in each of these equations, and the degree of this equation is 1. The power, the order, the index value of each and every variable in the above equation is 1. These are the linear equations in two variables. Okay, so all four are the linear equations in two variables. These are called linear equation in two variables, as these are first degree equations because the degree of the variables are 1. So it is called as first degree equations and have two variables. These equations have infinitely many solutions. Means if we presume one value for one of the variable, accordingly we'll get the value for the next variable. So the value keeps changing as according to the presumption of one of the variable. Let's see the standard form of linear equation in two variable, that is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a and b shouldn't be equivalent to 0. If a and b becomes 0, then what do we get? Or if any one of them becomes 0, then what will happen? Then that particular term will become 0. So then it will not remain as linear equation in two variable. If c is 0, the equation still remains the same, only the constant value goes away. So we'll get the value as reduced equation as ax plus by is equal to 0. It still remains the same. Still we have two variables and still the degree of this variables are 1 and remains linear equation in two variables. Now let's see what are we going to learn in this topic. The very first part is method of solving linear equations in two variables by graphical method and by using Cramer's method. Secondly, equations that can be transformed into linear equations in two variables. So we are going to transform a equation into linear equation in two variable and solve it. And lastly, we are going to learn applications of this simultaneous equation in various situations and examples. Let's recall about linear equation in two variable through a definition. An equation which contains two variables and the degree of each term containing variable is 1 is called a linear equation in two variables. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is a general form of a linear equation in two variables where a, b, c are real numbers and the criteria is the condition is a and b should never be equivalent to 0 at same time. Let us see one example. 3x minus 4y plus 12 is equal to 0 is a general form of equation. 3x is equal to 4y minus 12. So 3x is equal to 4y minus 12. It's not in the general form. The variable of x comes first, followed by the variable of y, and then the constant number, and then it should be equivalent to 0. Okay, so this we have to modify into general form, and the modified form I have given before, that is 3x plus 4y from right hand side shifts onto the left hand side and becomes minus 4y, plus 12 from right hand side shifts on the left hand side and becomes plus y. So this is a general form of equation. Let us do one activity to complete the following table by using the above equation. Okay, so we are going to draw three columns. The very first number would be the column with the serial number, followed by equation, and the second would be the third column wherein we have to decide whether the given equation is a linear equation in two variable or not. So what are the criteria to be a linear equation? To be a linear equation, we should have two variables and the degree of those two variables should be 1. Okay, the index value of those two variables alphabet should be 1. Let us begin with the very first equation. 4m plus 3n is equal to 12. So here we have two variables m and degree of both m and n is 1. So therefore this is a linear equation. So it is yes. Next equation, 3x squared minus 7y is equal to 13. So here we have variable x and y, but the degree of x, can you see this square? So this degree is 2. So degree should be 1, isn't it? So if degree is 2 means this is not a linear equation. Let us move on to third equation. Root 2x minus root 5y is equal to 16. So root 2 and root 5 are the variables, that is numerical values a and b. So their power is not concerned. Okay. So looking at that, we shouldn't presume. You need to look at the variables. So here x and y are two variables and the degree of this variable is 1. So this has to be a linear equation. Fourth equation, 0x plus 6y minus 3 is equal to 0. So when we begin with the general form, I had clearly told you all a and b should never be equivalent to 0. So here coefficient, that is a, of variable x is 0. So that is, this is not a linear equation because 0 into x is 0. So one variable goes away. So no longer it is linear equation in two variables because one variable goes away. So therefore, this is not a linear equation. In the fifth example, 0.3x plus 0y minus 36 is equal to 0. Again, we have coefficient of y, that is b is 0. So 0 into any variable becomes 0. So no longer it remains linear equation in two variables. So again, this is not a linear equation. Now let us move on to the sixth equation. 4 upon x plus 5 upon y is equal to 4. So here variables are in the denominator, degree is 1, but if it comes to the numerator, degree will become negative. It becomes minus 1. So again this is not a linear equation because the degree is 1 but it is negative 1. Okay. Let us move on to the last example. 4xy minus 5y minus 8 is equal to 0. So here each and every term should have one variable, but the very first term 4xy has two variables together. Okay, so that means this is not a linear equation with two variable because two variables are together. It should be separated with mathematical operation. But here we have x and y both in the first term. So this cannot be a linear equation. So I hope you have understood the conditions or criteria to be a linear equation in two variables. Now let us understand the meaning of simultaneous equations. When we think about two linear equations in two variables at same time, they are called simultaneous equations. Now let us begin with solved example number 3. Only this type of sum in practice set 1.1 you all have. There is question number 2, sub question 7 and 8. Only two sums you have from practice set 1.1. So this is a solved example. So let's have a look at it. Now let us begin with the solution. 15x plus 17y is equal to 21. This is the first equation. Let's number this equation as equation number 1. 17x plus 15y is equal to 11. Let us number this equation as equation number 2. In the two equations above, the coefficients of x and y are interchanged. By solving such equations, we get two simple equations by adding and subtracting the given equations. After solving these equations, we can easily find the solution. Let's add the two given equations. 15x plus 17y is equal to 21 plus 17x plus 15y is equal to 11. 15x plus 17y being like terms, when we add them we will get 32x. 21 plus 11 we get 32. Now if you see we have 32 in all three terms as constant. So can we divide the entire equation by 32? After dividing the entire equation by 32 we will get x plus y is equal to 1. This is a equation which we got by adding the above two given equation. Let us number this equation as equation number 3. Now let's subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 15x plus 17y is equal to 21 minus 17x plus 15y is equal to 11. So now we are doing subtraction. So subtraction signs will come below. So 15x minus 17x plus minus we always subtract and place the greater number sign. So 17 and 15 are when subtracted, we will get 2, and greater number of this is 17 is minus. So we'll get minus 2x. Then we have plus 17 plus minus 15 means minus 15. So plus 17 minus 15 will be plus 2, that will be plus 2y. Then 21 minus 11 will be 10. Now we have 2 common in all three terms, isn't it? So dividing the entire equation by 2, we will get minus x plus y is equal to 5. Let us number that as equation number 4. So after adding the new equation which we have got, we are going to number it as equation number 3. And after subtracting, we have got the fourth equation. So we'll number this as equation number 4. Now let's add equation 3 and 4. X plus y is equal to 1 plus minus x plus y is equal to 5. So like terms plus x minus x will cancel each other. Now y plus y is a like term, that becomes 2y. 1 plus 5 becomes 6. So therefore y is equal to 6 upon 2, which is equal to 3. We have to place this value in any one of the equation to get the value of x. So x plus y is equal to 1. That is equation number 3. We are going to substitute value of y as 3. So x plus 3 is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 minus 3 plus 1 minus 3. Two different sign means we are always supposed to subtract and then place the greater number sign. So x is equal to minus 2. So therefore, the solution of the above simultaneous equation is x comma y. Whenever we are writing the solution, we always write the value of x before followed by the value of y. So therefore, x comma y is equal to minus 2 comma 3 is the solution of the above given simultaneous equation. Now let us begin with practice set 1.1. Now straight away we are going to move on to question number 2, sub question 7. As I told you all before, when I told you all about deletion, only two sums, that is two sub questions you all have from this practice set 1.1. That is question number 2, sub question number 7 and 8. So now we are going to begin with sub question number 7. Sub question number 7. 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. If the coefficients of x and y are interchanged, solving such equation, we get two simple equations by adding and subtracting the given equations. After solving these equations, we can easily find the solution. So this is what we did already in the solved example. If the variables coefficients are interchanged, so then we have to follow addition of two of them, we will get equation number 3. Subtraction of two of them, we will get equation number 4. And those two equations, after solving, we will get the value of x and y. So let's begin now. Solution: 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. That is equation number 1. 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. That is equation number 2. Let's add equation 1 and 2. 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. Let's add equation 1 and 2. So 101 plus 99x, like terms will be added together, will be 200 and 200x plus 101y plus 99y will be 200y is equal to 499 plus 501 will be equivalent to 1000. Now because all three terms have 200 in common, let's divide both the side of above equation by 200. We will get x plus y is equal to 5. Let's number this as equation number 3. Now let's subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. When we subtract them, we have to place a subtraction sign below them, isn't it? So 99x minus 101x plus minus, we always have to subtract and place the greater number sign. So from 101, if we subtract 99, we will get 2. But here the greater number sign is minus, that is of 101. So answer will retain as minus 2x. Now we'll move on to variable y. 101y plus 99y, we will get 2y is equal to 499 minus 501. Again plus minus, when we subtract we get 2, and greater number sign is of minus, that is of 501. So answer will have minus 2. So can you see now we have 2 in common with all the three terms. So if 2 is in common, let us divide both the sides of this equation by 2. So when we divide it by 2, we will get minus 2 minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. That would be equation number 4. Let's number it as equation number 4. Now add equations 3 and 4. X plus y is equal to 5. Minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. So when we add them, variable with opposite signs gets cancelled. So that is plus x minus x gets cancelled. We are left out with variable y. So 1y plus 1y will become 2y. 5 minus 1 will become 4. So now here we have 2y is equal to 4. So therefore y is equal to 4 upon 2, which will be equivalent to 2, because 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So y is equal to 2. So we got the value of variable y. Let us substitute that in equation number 3 to get the value of x. So equation number 3 is x plus y is equal to 5. So x plus 2 is equal to 5. Variable on one side, numbers on the other side. Plus 2 will shift onto the right hand side and will become minus 2. So therefore 5 minus 2 will be plus 3. So therefore x is equal to 3. Therefore solution is x comma y is equal to 3 comma 2. Now let us move on to the last sub question of practice set 1.1. Question number 8. 49x minus 57y is equal to 172. 57x minus 49y is equal to 252. If the coefficients of x and y are interchanged, solving such equations, we get two simple equations by adding and subtracting the given equations. After solving these equations, we can easily find the solution. 49x minus 57y is equal to 172, equation number 1. 57x minus 49y is equal to 252, equation number 2. Let's add equation 1 and 2. 49x minus 57y is equal to 172. 57x minus 49y is equal to 252. When we add 49 plus 57 will be 106x. 57y minus 57y minus 49y will be again minus 106y. When we have same sign, we always add and place the same sign. So when we had plus plus, that is plus 49x plus 57x, we added and we have placed a plus sign there. For plus sign, we never place it there. It's understood. It's plus 106x. Now here we have minus 57y minus 49y. So we have minus minus sign. So again they are same sign. So again we are supposed to add. We get 106y and we have to place the same sign. So that is minus 106y is equal to 172 plus 252 is equal to 424. Now if you could see, 106 is common throughout. So dividing the above equations, both the side of above equations by 106, we get x minus y is equal to 4, because 106 fours is 424. Let's number this as equation number 3. Now let's subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 49x minus 57y is equal to 172. 57x minus 49y is equal to 252. When we are subtracting, we have to place a subtraction sign. And when we place subtraction sign, we have subtraction sign twice. It gets converted into plus. So here 57 didn't have sign. It had positive sign. So minus sign is retained. Minus 49 minus minus becomes plus. So minus 49 will become plus 49 now, because minus minus becomes plus. Then plus 252 will become minus 252. Now when we subtract 57 minus 49, we get 8. So when we do subtraction, we'll have to place a greater number sign, because 49 has plus sign, 57 has minus sign. So plus minus, when we have two opposite sign, we always do subtraction and we place the greater number sign. So when we subtract, we will get 8x, and greater number sign here is minus, that is of 57. So it will be retained. So it will become minus 8x. Similarly, plus 49 minus 57, two opposite sign we have to subtract. We get 8y, And after subtraction, we have to place the greater number sign, and greater number sign here is minus, that is of 57. So the answer will be minus 8y is equal to. Now when we subtract 172 from 252, we get it as 80. But here the greater number sign is minus, that is of 252. So even answer will retain minus sign. Now if you see, 8 is common in all above three terms. So let us divide both the side of the above equation by 8. We get minus x minus y is equal to minus 10. Let's number this as equation number 4. Now add equations 3 and 4. X minus y is equal to 4. Minus x minus y is equal to minus 10. So when we add them, plus x minus x cancel each other. We get minus 2y, because minus y same sign we add and place the same sign. So minus 1 minus 1 we get minus 2, plus 4 minus 10, two opposite sign we subtract and place the greater number sign. So after subtraction we get 6, and greater number sign here is of 10, which is minus. So we get it as minus 2y is equal to minus 6y. So therefore y will be equivalent to minus 6 divided by minus 2. So now minus 6 divided by minus 2, minus minus sign will cancel each other, and y will be equivalent to 6 divided by 2 is 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So therefore y is equal to 3, because 2 threes are 6. So y is equivalent to 3. Now let us place or substitute the value of y is equal to 3 in equation number 3. X minus y is equal to 4. Therefore x minus 3 is equal to 4. Variables on one side, all numerical values on the other side. Minus 3 from left hand side will shift onto the right hand side and become plus 3. So therefore x is equal to 4 plus 3, which is 7. So therefore we got the value of both x and y. So therefore solution is x comma y, which is equal to 7 comma 3. So now we have completed practice set 1.1. Thank you, boys.